Sir Bacolcol mula sa FIVOLTS. Sir, kamusta na po ang assessment ninyo sa nangyaring paglindol sa Cebu?
Okay, so we consider the earthquake, the magnitude 6.9 event as a strong event, strong earthquake, and as of 4 a.m. kanina, nakapagtala na po tayo ng 379 aftershocks, and yung aftershocks, yung range ng aftershocks would be from 1.4, magnitude 1.4 to magnitude 4.8. So yung pinakamataas is magnitude 4.8. And we expect these aftershocks to continue to last until for the next several weeks. Paalala sa ating mga kababayan na kapag may malakas na aftershock, they do the duck cover and hold, and kapag may napansin sila na mga visible cracks, visible damage sa kanilang bahay, wag muna silang pumasok. Kasi po, kung hindi man ito totally nasira during the main shock, baka masira ito, mag-collapse ito during a strong aftershock. And consult muna sila ng local engineers, their municipal or city engineers, to assess the integrity ng kanilang mga bahay.
Again, Director, ulitin ko po yung inyong sinabi, no? Malaki po yung posibilidad na sa mga susunod na araw ay magkaroon pa ng mga aftershocks. Tama po?
Yes, that's right. Yung aftershocks would usually last for several days to several weeks. So, mag-expect tayo ng mga aftershocks pa in the next few days, weeks, pwede ring weeks. And but usually ang aftershocks naman, habang tumatagal, nag-dwindle yung number and humihina.
Well, sir, meron lang konting kalituhan kung naglabas daw ba ng tsunami alert ang FIVOLTS o hindi?
Naglabas tayo ng tsunami information kagabi, saying na magkaroon ng, there might be a minor sea level disturbance, and expected na yung sea level disturbance would start at 9:59 p.m. kagabi hanggang 11:20 p.m. And 1 o'clock this morning, we already canceled, nilist na namin yung sea level disturbance advisory.
Well, Director, pakipaliwanag po ba kung gaano kalawak yung naramdaman na lindol na 6.9?
Malawak po yung shaking nito. It was felt as far as Mindanao, sa Zamboanga del Norte, and that's in the south. Sa north naman, it was felt hanggang Bicol, and then hanggang Iloilo. It was also felt in Negros, in Capiz, in Panay. Medyo malawak po sa east naman. It was felt hanggang Samar. So malawak po yung shaking na dinulot ng lindol na ito.
Well, Director, meron po bang fault line malapit sa epicenter ng lindol?
Yes, yung source ng lindol natin is an offshore active fault. Nasa dagat, kaya po naglabas po tayo ng advisory kagabi. Ng tsunami advisory kagabi.
Well, Director, bilang panghuli po, ang inyo pong mensahe sa ating mga kababayan dyan sa lalawigan ng Cebu.
Okay, so paalala sa ating mga kababayan na mag-ingat kapag may malakas na paglindol. Again, they do the duck cover and hold. And wag muna silang pumasok. Again, ulitin ko lang, wag muna silang pumasok kapag may visible damage doon sa kanilang tinitiran. Isanggunin muna nila ito sa kanilang municipal or city engineers and seek for their advice as to the integrity of their house. Kasi po, again, kung hindi man ito bumagsak during the main shock, baka babagsak ito during a strong aftershock.
Alright, pahabo lamang po, Director Bacolcol. Yung maiba naman po ako, yung sa Taal Volcano po, ano pong update po natin dito?
Okay, so kaninang madaling araw, nagkaroon po tayo ng minor phreatic eruption o maabot ng 400 meters. And then nasundan ito nung mga bandang alas 2 from 2:02 to 2:15, bale 13 minutes na minor phreatomagmatic eruption na umaabot ng 2,500 meters yung plume natin. But as of now, hindi na po ito umulit, and nasa alert level 1 pa rin ang Taal Volcano.
Okay, ano pong advice po ninyo doon sa mga residenteng malapit po sa Taal, sir?
Okay, so paalala sa ating mga kababayan living around Taal Volcano na huwag po silang pumasok inside the permanent danger zone, which is the Taal Volcano Island. Kasi po, anytime pwede pong magkaroon ng minor phreatomagmatic or minor phreatic eruption, katulad ng nangyari kaninang madaling araw.
Well, maraming salamat po, Director Bacolcol mula po sa FIVOX. Thank you po, sir.